Hello all, I'm Devdutt Panda. Welcome to my channel. So in this video, I will show you how you can solve the CKAD practice exam question for a cron job. This I faced in my CKAD exam. So I will give you some of the tips and strategy that I applied to solve the question. In case you need this material, just give me a comment. I will send it to you. So let's see the question first. So in this sample question, we'll see that we need to create a cron job in a monitoring namespace with an image of BG box. We'll execute one command, and this cron job has to run at every 1 minute. And that cron job also should have 3 successful job history limit, 1 failed job history limit, and a never restart policy when on failure. And terminate if the job is longer than 10 seconds. The cron job name and the container name. And after you create the cron job, you need to verify that the cron job has successfully executed once. So, couple of things from this question, let's try to understand. So, one of the thing in the question, if you see that it is asking some job execution constraint. So that is like, you need to terminate the job in 10 seconds. The restart policy should be never. And also it talks about the history management of the job. So how many successful job you need to maintain, how many failed job you need to maintain, and schedule. Of course, cron job is a schedule which happen at every repetitive interval or a scheduled interval of time. So the schedule is most important part of the cron job. So I will show how you can about the schedule in the documentation. So wait for that. So now from a solution approach, you can think of two approach in the exam. One is the imperative approach, so which is like you can create it from the command line using the kubectl with the image, then later edit that job for the extra configuration. And at the step 3 of the verification, I will show you how you can create it rather than waiting for the cron job to be executed. You can create a job and execute it at that time. Or from the start, you can take a YAML spec of a cron job, then fill up all the values. The YAML spec approach myself, but it's up to you what you feel comfortable. So that's up to you. So like taking the YAML file, anyway, you need to give some of the value. So I did it in that way. So let's jump into the action. We'll see it in our terminal. I'll use a Minikube to execute it, the job, and then we'll see the solution there. So, so before going and solving this question, I will also suggest in your exam that I do personally is that I always open the reference document of the kubectl, always open in one tab, and then I use the other tab to go through the documentation, so that in case you need to go through some of the imperative commands that you just want to re-verify it, it's a best place to go and check it exactly. So let's just go and search in the Kubernetes site for the cron job, which I already found it out. So you can see there is a specification is there. You can copy and take the specification. So let's see the specification. So it's a type of cron job, and see the specification. So we have one specification which talks about schedule, then the job template. As we are talking about a job, so job template will have a specification there. So in the spec about job, some of the specs might come, and template that define the job, the container, the image, the restart policy, you can see it there. So at this level, so when you check our question, like I just put the question here. So a few things I need to put this job into the monitoring namespace. There are some names and container name that I verify that, like I give the name correctly, namespace, the image, the restart policy, it said that never, so I maintain it here. So about the job, also it takes the terminate if it longer more than 10 seconds. So there is a parameter called active deadline seconds. So that define the 10 seconds, but see that it comes under the job because it's talking about the job. So when you go to your documentation, in cron job also you can see the jobs. Okay. So there it defined the what are the job parameter can happen. So let's say that in this case, I have used active deadline. Okay, I can see that at level up dot spec and active deadline seconds, like and this is to terminate a job. There could be other parameter might be asked in the exam. So be sure that go to the job. If any other things you find it out, see it there what the value is asking and which level it has to go. Now I will go back. Sorry, I'll go back to my question. There are a couple of more things asked that three successful job history limit and one failed job history limit. So this talk about the history management of the job. So which will be at a level of cron job. So let's go and see it in the cron job again. So if you go down, where I can find it, yeah, job history limit. So you can see that the successful job history limit and the failed job history limit. And this is again just follow this dot spec level. It is there at the spec configuration is there. So you need to put it at that level. So let's see our question answer. So it's at the main spec level. Okay, that define the cron job level. Schedule, this is the most important part of the kind of in the exam, because of course cron jobs schedule, I will suggest that you get familiarized with this, understand what stars are aligned to which field. For example, start with minute, hour, day of the month, and day of the week at the end. Get yourself very very comfortable. So when in this question we ask for a minute, so what we can do every minute, just give an example of every 2 hour, like at the hour column /2. So every minute I can do /1. So similar, if it is asked for other minute, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, you can do accordingly /4 or 5. Or if it asks for something every hour, so you can do this sample like whatever it is given it here. So now with that, we completed our specification. So now we'll create a cron job out of it. So kubectl apply -f. I will also suggest that in your exam, don't use such a big name. Okay. So the job is created. So what normally I try to do, the YAML specification with the question numbers. It's a short, you can remember it. Okay. Now the job has been created. That's good thing. Now the next thing it asks, you need to verify it. Rather than waiting for the cron job time, if it's a 1 minute, it's a less, but without wasting any time, you can go back to your reference document and there is a job is there. In this section, if you see that, create a job from a cron job. So we can copy this, okay, and go to our terminal, copy it. I also need to do it at the monitoring namespace, okay. Good. So I just did a complete copy and paste. That's not the right thing. So I need to change the job name as well. So yeah, the job has been created. So I hope this video might have given you like how will when you face this cron job question, so how will attempt it and the way to fix it. Hopefully you will find this video useful. Do subscribe to my channel for the upcoming video. Thank you for watching.